We're live in Washington, D.C., just 2 blocks away from the Verizon Center where the ACC tournament is taking place. I'm Kelsey Cannon Nelson, joined by my friend and colleague Brian H. Waters. And tonight we're celebrating the 25th annual Franklin D. Watkins Awards Gala that honors 4 finalists from around the country that are African-American athlete males that are excelling both in the classroom and on the field. So, Brian, I mean, how excited are you to be honoring 4 guys that have just put work in, in the classroom and on the field, and that are getting honored tonight, joining great company?
Not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4.
Right.
That means there are multiple athletes who are doing well in the classroom and on the field. But it's not about the field tonight. It's not about touchdowns.
Right.
It's not about the big hits, the sacks, the interceptions. It's about their mind.
Exactly.
And one of the things that stood out to me, Kelsey, when the gentleman said, I can't play football forever.
Right.
But he can be smart forever.
Right.
So that's the thing that makes me so excited, is to see, all right,
Right.
these guys may have not been awarded the same opportunities growing up.
Exactly.
They might not have went to the best schools growing up. But now they're showing that with hard work and determination and sacrifice, that they can do it. So I'm excited. They deserve it, and I just can't wait for this award in a few minutes.
I'm excited. I mean, you touched on so many points, but let's remember, at the end of most collegiate athletes' careers, they're going to have to get that 9-to-5 job working in the real world. So obviously tonight honors the work that they put in the classroom, because I think so many negative media, has been placed to athletes, unfortunately, getting in trouble. But Fox Sports Radio is going to be the different one. And we're going to honor the people doing right in the classroom and on the field, because there are those stories. And today we're giving that to you guys. So obviously today we have 4 honorees. We have Brandon Hill, Brandon Burton, Dewayne Haskins Jr., and Messiah Day Weaver. We're going to be excited to see which one should win. I mean, they all look great. One of them has a 4.0. Which is hard to get. Can you imagine? It's hard to get in high school when you're already just a student, but then you had to loan a quarterback at that, playing for a championship. So it's been amazing, and all these guys are part of so many great volunteer efforts in their community, too. So they really are great role models and examples, for the community and for us all to see. And we're excited to cover them.
Exactly.
College, I'm excited.
See, this is the thing. This is why, we always say, we text back and forth. This is why we do what we do.
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly.
It is a blessing to be able to go to Lakers games, to see Kobe Bryant's last game.
Right.
To see Steph Curry put up over 50 points.
Right.
To see John Wall have triple doubles. To even see the Redskins, the Ravens, the Orioles.
Right.
But to see athletes who are grinding in grind mode, trying to go out there and prove themselves, and who still do well in the classroom. Because like you said, they always talking about, this athlete, high school athlete, drinking and driving.
It's so much negative attention.
But
we keep hearing
now,
about Johnny Football doing bad, But what about the athletes doing well?
Exactly.
There's so many examples.
And that's what we're here to do.
Exactly.
So I'm excited.
So it's going to be a great event. We're about to attend the dinner and the press conference. So we'll have more coverage. So stay tuned for more.
All right. I am here with the one and only Messiah DeWeaver. Messiah, congratulations on your nomination. How does it feel?
It feels good, thank you. It feels good out here, with some of the best athletes in the country and best student athletes in the country. So this is a great feeling to be out here and recognized as one of them.
Tell me what's it like to be able to balance school and playing football and to do it so well?
I always took it serious. My parents, that tribute to them, that they always helped me with it, that they only accepted A's in the household. So I know if I wanted to play football or play basketball or play whatever sport, I know I had to get a good grade. So that was a big tribute to my family.
Wow. So they only accepted A's. What happened if you brought a B?
Brought a B, then if I brought a B, I'd probably still be able to play, but C's, I definitely wouldn't be able to play. So B, I was striving for a B and an A, but I always strived to be an A. I wanted to, get to college and, get good grades. So, A.
Understand that. Have you declared a major yet?
Yeah, I'm in business finance. I'm already at Michigan State now. I enrolled early to go to college, so business finance is what I'm pursuing.
Michigan State, they're not real popular right now in the DMV.
Did they just beat Maryland?
Yeah, they did. They advanced to the Big Ten championship. So certainly we know you'll be doing that.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Yeah, it's fun. It's a good time to be a Spartan. There's a lot of winning going on, so I'm happy to be up there.
Any key Spartans that stick out to you that you grew up idolizing?
Kirk Cousins was a big one, watching him now with the Washington Redskins, so I guess he's kind of popular in the DMV area. Michigan State Spartan right there. So I watched him when I was younger, and I like the way he took charge of the offense and things like that. I looked up to Connor Cook. He'll get drafted probably first round or second round this year. So I look up to those two guys, big time winners and leaders.
All right, any advice for the young students, maybe say the 8th graders going into high school? How can they you do what you did?
Probably the best advice is to get good grades. I think when you get good grades in the classroom, it translates to the football field. I think school comes first and everything. So once you get the good grades in the school and classroom, then you can translate that to the field and be the best you can be, the best person you can be too.
Y'all heard him, ladies and gentlemen. Messiah, congratulations. Good luck, man.
Thank you.
Hello, everybody. I'm Ashley Baker, and I'm here with one of the 2016 Watkins finalists, Brandon Burton. How are you, Brandon?
Good. How you doing?
I'm pretty good. This is his first time here in D.C. for the awards gala. How does it feel, and have you been enjoying yourself here in the city?
I enjoyed the city a lot, taking me around the Capitol building. Unfortunately, we didn't get to see the White House, but we got to see the Washington Monument, Martin Luther King Monument. So, I had a good time out here.
Perfect. So, Brandon, I understand that you maintain a 3.7 grade point average throughout school, and your announcement to go to UCLA was done via a paintball game. How did that idea come about?
I always talked about it. Word of the tongue is powerful. So, I just was talking about it, and then Bleacher Report came with me with the idea, and I was like, well, you know what? We should just try the paintball game. I got a couple of my friends to do it, and we got it done.
That's great. And I know you get asked this question 1,000,001 times, but who would you say your athletic idol is?
Athletic idol probably would be Michael Vick. He came to the games and excitement. He made football fun for me, made it appealing for me, and he was out there making plays and made me want to go out there and make plays.
If you can see Michael Vick with a team this year, which team would you want it to be?
I wanted to see him back in Atlanta.
Yeah.
To see him back down there in Atlanta. That's my team right there.
Okay. I think a lot of people like to see that. Great experience for you guys being here, being one of the finalists. What do you want to take away from this experience?
Just all the knowledge I get from the experience, all the alumni that came through and, pick their brain, spread it back in Los Angeles.
Perfect. Thank you, Brandon, and congratulations again. And we wish you the best of luck here, okay?
Thank you.
Here at the 25th Annual Franklin D. Watkins Awards Center, I'm here with Dewayne Haskins Jr., who is going to Ohio State to play football. Tell me what made you choose Ohio State?
Ohio State for my dream school since 10 years old. It's a great school, great coach, Coach Meyer.
Very cool. And what do you think you're going to do for Ohio State? What can we expect to see from you on the field?
I want to say I'm going to come to championships to Ohio State, but we're going to see how that goes. But I'm just really excited. So I can't wait to play with you guys.
And how do you feel tonight to be a finalist for the Franklin D. Watkins Awards?
Honestly, I'm blessed to be in a position with 3 other great athletes, black men, so I'm just astonished to be here.
And what would you tell to the younger people at Bullis, just about being a role model?
Definitely being a role model is key in your community. People look up to you, so make sure you do well in school and whatever sport you do, that you work hard in it because people watch it.
All right, thank you so much, and congratulations on tonight's award.
Thank you.
Here with the Executive Director of the National Alliance of African American Athletes, Mr. Everett Pearsall. Everett, how big was tonight's event, being the 25th anniversary of this great award?
This was enormous for us. 25 years we've been giving away this award, which we've gone back and selected individuals which we consider to be the premier African American scholar athletes from all over the country. This is very exciting for us, and it really is a monumental task.
Can you give us a little background about your organization and how you picked the finalists for this year's awards?
Great question. My organization is called the National Alliance of African American Athletes, and so we give out the Watkins Award. It's one of our initiatives. The Watkins Award individuals are selected amongst the top baseball, basketball, and football players in the country. And so you have to be the top in your sport, the top 150 in each one of those sports. And then once you're nominated, we have a committee of people that will take your packages and they'll grade them. And so you have to write an essay, letters of recommendation, you have to get your transcripts, and then you have to have a list of community service by which our selection committee will now judge who the top individuals that we'd be flying into this event.
Perfect. And can you tell me what made this year's awards different from the previous ones?
I think the energy and the excitement from Washington, D.C. was absolutely huge. We had a great crowd. Everyone really participated, embraced what we were doing, and we could feed off that energy to continue to move forward. We also have a great group of 4 men who get it. They get it. Sometimes it takes a couple of days for things to come together, but day one on Thursday, the guys got together, they started to mingle, and it was like they knew each other for years. I've never seen anything like it, and so that made this 25th year, much, much more exciting.
Perfect. And my last question is, what piece of advice would you give to aspiring African-American males, who want to maybe one day be the next Watkins Awards winner?
A couple of things that has worked for me in my life in terms of helping me to make sure that I get to the places that I'd like to get to is stay focused. Really, if something is not get you to where it is that your goal is and where you want to go, stay focused where you want that goal to be. The second thing that I would say is you can do anything that you would like.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Mr. Pearsall.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm here at the 25th Annual Franklin D. Watkins Award. I'm here with tonight's keynote speaker, Mr. Myron Rowe. How you doing today?
Doing very well.
All right, tell me about tonight's ceremony, tonight's event. What makes you so passionate? Because just sitting out here, listening to your speech, what makes you so passionate about doing this?
Well, the Watkins Award is a great award. It's a movement, as Everett Pearsall, the executive director, said. It embodies everything that I've always tried to do, everything that I've tried to be, everything that my parents have wanted me to be since I was a young boy growing up in New Jersey, being a total student athlete, someone who's intellectually capable but also can ball on the field, and then does a great job serving the community as well. And when I see so many great young men who have done what I've done, who are going to do what I've done and go even farther, it excites me, it fires me up, and I think that's where the passion really comes from.
What advice would you give to coaches as to how to prepare their students and their athletes to perhaps win an award like this?
Well, I'll tell them to really focus on being a great student, great athlete, a great community servant. But I think what separates these guys from others is that they have a vision outside of themselves. They're when you're young, you kind of think everything's about me, me, me. You have this me-centered attitude. But these young men think about their fellow brothers and sisters. They think about the community. They think about bettering other people around them, and that's important. I think when you have a life that's worth the living and you are empowering somebody else to reach their goals, reach their dreams, and do even bigger things than they ever imagined they could possibly do or fathom in their own material body, that's when you're a true leader, that's when you're a true game changer, and that's what these young men are doing. They're using football to kind of drive that change into the lives of underserved people, and I think that's what separates them. So if coaches can try to help their young student athletes realize that they're special, they're gifted, but that gift is not supposed to be hoarded just for themselves. They're supposed to spread it to other people who can use it.
All right, last question. For those who wasn't here, what type of advice would you give to athletes whose spirit might break down to help them get back on track as far as when they first come into playing college football, not starting right away or the grades may be down? What type of advice would you give them?
Yeah, my speech, and I mentioned spirit and how I had a bad attitude because I wasn't playing right away, and I thought I should. But I got a call from somebody who cared about me, someone who was able to inject some positivity into my life, and I think that's uplifted me, made me believe in myself again, made me feel that I belonged at Florida State University, playing big-time football and doing well in school and being in a position that I am. Having that person to kind of help buttress my journey made it real for me. And I would give the advice that if you are struggling, if you feel like your spirit is down, find somebody who's got some positive energy that they can just speak life into you. And I'm telling you, a couple words can turn things around from you being sour to you feeling like you can take over the world. And once I felt that momentum, I never looked back.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
No problem. Thank you.
I'm here with Domani Ham. How are you today, Domani?
Very well. How are you?
I'm pretty good. Domani just was presented with the NFLPA Scholarship Award. This is a pretty big deal. How are you feeling about that, Domani?
I'm very proud of myself. I worked hard over the years playing baseball, and I feel like it's a great accomplishment and reward to all of my achievements. So yes.
Now, you were telling me that your parents tried to keep it as a surprise, but you already knew. So when you got here, I mean, the emotions, how did you actually, feel about that?
Well, this is like the first event I've ever been to like this. So seeing like all these famous football players and all these past award winners and current award winners, it was a very humbling experience and a very new experience for me that I really enjoyed. So
And Domani is actually a senior at Charles Flowers High School, a school that I attended 10 years ago, and he'll be graduating from there. So what did you take from this experience tonight, Domani?
I took a lot, just seeing the 4 Watkins Award honorees and seeing them progress towards their goal and working hard. That really instilled in me values to work hard as I move on to college and further my education. So.
Perfect. Thank you so much, and again, congratulations, okay? Again, guys, this is Domani Ham, who just won the NFLPA Scholarship Award, so this is a big deal. Thanks again for being here.
Here at the 25th Franklin D. Watkins Award, I'm here with Mr. Ben Tate, and you are a previous recipient of the award. How did you feel tonight to be back?
Felt good to come back, and to see the fellow alumni as well as meeting the new guys who were finalists.
And what piece of advice would you give to Messiah, this year's Watkins Award winner?
That it's a big deal with him winning. So he has to understand that now he's a part of this alumni that you have to be held to a certain standard, and we look forward to him being, and contributing and doing great things for the Alliance.
And how much has changed since you went to the NFL? Do you still uphold the principles of the Watkins Award?
Of course, I live it. This is just something that I live. It's just who I am, and that's what you realize about this award is really just who our parents and who our community shaped us to be. So it's not really anything that we have to think about or anything we have to do. It's just who we are.
And you mentioned that tonight was your first night back since you won the award. What's been your favorite part of tonight?
Like I said, just mingling and just interacting and networking with the guys. It's been a couple of years since I've been back, so hopefully I can get back on a more consistent basis. But just mingling, interacting, and networking with all the guys that's here.
Perfect. And thank you. And last but not least, for football fans, what can we expect from you on the football field?
I'm not sure right now. I'm a free agent, so we'll see what happens.
All right. Thank you so much.
The CEO, the owner, the boss of the MFL, one and only Mr. Richard Miles. How you doing today? I'm good, man. Tell me about, how was the Watkins Award tonight? What was it like being here, seeing these young African-American athletes being honored, not just for the football player, that's secondary tonight, more about here, their mind, their intelligence. Tell me about that.
Absolutely. I think that, we tend to look at athletes as opposed to student athletes, and that's where we have a problem. But when you see young men like this, academics is off this chart. It makes me feel good, and I've been a big supporter of the Watkins Award for a few years now. I just think what they're doing is they're doing a tremendous job with these young men, and we need that.
So what type of advice would you give to up-and-coming athletes about becoming a Watkins Award winner? Because this is a prestigious award. It's an award that I believe they should aim for, not just the Heisman Trophy, or, they should aim for this award. What would you tell them, what kind of advice would you give them to make that happen?
Well, I like to say to most young people, you stress academics. Because, everybody think they're going to the NFL. That's not going to happen. And it's not just because you're not good enough. There's really not enough room. So to most young people, I tell them, maintain your academics. So if football doesn't fall exactly where you want, you always have your degree to fall back on. And you can be some young entrepreneur in terms of that. Start your own business, start your own company. So it's very important to have your degree.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it.
Hello, everybody. I'm Ashley Baker, and I am here with the one and only Mr. Ken Harvey. How are you this evening?
Doing well, thank you. How are you doing?
I'm pretty good. Thanks for asking. Now, this was a pretty big deal, emceeing. How do you feel being asked to do this and to have this honor?
Well, actually, I got to do it last year. It's my third time doing it. And you said it right. It is an honor. Because as you listen to the speeches and you see the powerful impact and what's expected of these young men and what it really means, it's an honor and a privilege to be even asked to come back again. So MCN was it was something I was excited about, because you hear where these young men have come from, what they represent, and where they're going, and what they can be for everybody. There's so many role models, but these are possible or positive role models now, and will be positive role models in the future.
Absolutely, absolutely. If you could give one piece of advice to the boys going forward, what would that be?
Well, I think the key is surrounding yourself with the right people. You're going to work hard, and obviously they show that they know how to work hard on the field and off the field. Continue that, but then surround yourself with the right people with the right mindset, because we can easily go astray. Anybody can go astray if you start hanging with the wrong people. But like anything, if you start planting yourself in fertile ground, you're going to grow.
Perfect. And the last question I have for you is, what do you take from this experience? How do you apply, the testimonies you hear and the things you see throughout these boys to your own personal life?
Well, you know what it is sometimes you realize or you forget that you are a role model. And sometimes you get jaded by society. Sometimes you get hardened by life. And then you come here and you realize that it's the opportunities in front of you is what you make out of it. And the opportunity to be a role model, not that you do it intentionally because you say, I want to look good in front of cameras or whatever, but that's your God-given ability to do something, do it to the full potential. And that's all I'm trying to do, is to learn, and that's kind of what I took from here, is whatever your potential is, maximize it and do it to your full potential. And then, people will follow because people are looking at you when you don't even realize it. And so that's your job.
I just want to let you know, just telling that actually inspired me. So I want to thank you for being here with me. Thank you for taking time out. I know you are a busy guy. Again, thank you, and we'll talk to you guys soon.
Thank you.
Back here at the 25th Annual Franklin D. Watkins Award, I'm here with Michael Brown of Washington, D.C. And Senator, can you please tell me, what did you think of tonight's award and the award recipient, Messiah?
I think it's amazing. First of all, I couldn't believe his film that they showed. What an incredible athlete he is. But even more important than that, what a great scholar. And, it's so important, as they pointed out in their speeches, for young people to understand that it's not just about sports. It's about getting a decent education and being a well-rounded person. And I think that's what these awards really are about.
And obviously, as we talked about in the Award Center, how important is it for them to see positive images of young African-American males and themselves as role models?
It's so important, because if you see other people that look like you doing it, you can say, I can do it too. And how much have we seen that? My older sister was one of 2 women that graduated from her law school, and now her law school graduates more women than they do men. So, as more people do it, more people do it. So, yeah, it's very, very important.
And last but not least, what's one piece of advice you would give to young people out in America, just achieving, trying to be the best that they can be?
That, you just have to have faith in yourself, and you need to keep going. I was an orphan as a child and had a lot of rough times, but there were a lot of people that encouraged me, and I never gave up, and that's it. You never give up. Every day is a new start.
All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Brown.
Thank you.
Back here at the 25th Annual Franklin D. Watkins Award, I'm here with all the award recipients. We have Brandon Hill, Brandon Burton, Messiah Day Weaver, and Dewayne Haskins Jr. So can you all please tell me about your experience this weekend and what made it special for you all?
It's been a great weekend coming out here, touring D.C., hanging out with the guys. It's been a great weekend. They really know how to treat you right, the Watkins committee and everything, so it's been a great weekend out here.
It's been a fun weekend, hanging out with these guys, hanging out with the alumni and everybody out here. So this is a great event, and it's just been really fun, and hopefully we'll be back next year as alumni.
We had a real good time out here in D.C. They really showed us a real good time. Starting these relationships with the alumni, and then with this 2016 class, it's been a lot of fun.
It's definitely been a lot of fun with these guys, especially Everett over here to my right. He's an interesting person. But we had a lot of fun touring D.C. and having dinner and sitting down as a Watkins alumni brotherhood. So excited.
Thank you. And one last thing, can I have a piece of advice from each of you for future people that want to be like you guys? What piece of advice would you give to younger kids?
Just keep working hard, set a goal, and go after it.
Keep pushing forward. Just keep moving forward. No matter where you are in life, just keep moving forward.
Don't ever let anybody limit what you want to accomplish.
Definitely work ethic is key. When you want to accomplish a task, you have to work hard in order to get it.
All right. Thank you all, and congratulations.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am here with the winner of the 2016 Franklin D. Watkins Award, Messiah Day Weaver. Congratulations, man. How you feeling after winning?
It's good. It's a blessing. To be out here in front of everybody and to win the award is a great honor. So it's a blessing.
Michigan State. Yeah, okay. I know my colleague and friend Kelsey Nelson will get mad, but I got to bring it up. They just beat Maryland. Yeah. But their biggest win wasn't that in March Madness, ladies and gentlemen. Is this guy right here. He's coming. Not only is he going to be a heck of a football player, but he's going to be even better in the classroom. What kind of advice can you give to other young men who want to follow in your footsteps?
My advice is really just keep pushing forward, no matter where you are in life. I know when I was younger, nobody really thought I could get to a point where I'm playing Division I football. So I just put it in my head, I'll just get better each and every day at something. I'll try to get better every day at something. So that'd be my advice: get better every day at something, and just keep trying to get A's in the classroom.
Any care to let us know what you're planning to do to celebrate?
Get some sleep. We got no sleep this week, so now I'm playing. We'll go up there and have some food and stuff and have fun with the guys this year. So it'll be a fun time.
All right, man. I'm just gonna let you go ahead and enjoy yourself. Thanks, ladies and gentlemen. The winner.
With many wins around the nation, the real win in March today was that of the Franklin D. Watkins Award, as we had Messiah Day Weaver from Dayton, Ohio, win tonight prestigious award. I mean, Brian, what did you think about just him and, I mean, just this big award and this great group of company that he's going to join?
I mean, as you just heard, he's excited. And the fact is, he's already giving back, giving advice to the young ones. So that's what I'm excited about. I'm excited to see not what he's going to do on the football field, but to see his name be etched up there as one of the top guys in the African-American community, as somebody who constantly gives back. And, I can't wait till next year. We got to be back here next year because we had a great time. The Fox Sports 1340 crew, we had an excellent time.
It was a great dinner. And, of course, like you said, I can't wait to see these guys on the football field, but also their grades, because obviously we do need more of that positive media attention. Talking about how these guys, do well in the classroom and on the field. So Michigan State, you guys got a good one. You got a good keeper. I'm excited to see them. Even though I'm a Maryland alumni, I'm going to root for Michigan State and for Messiah.
Well, like you said, positive media attention. Everybody out there right now, hit the retweet button, share it with your friends, let them know they need to watch this to see positive black men doing work.
Exactly. And on work, we are signing out from the Renaissance Hotel in Washington, D.C. I'm Kelsey Cannon Nelson, along with my friend and colleague Brian H. Waters for Fox Sports, 1340 a.m., Hopewell, Virginia. Have a good night.